Hi, I'm Patricia Vaughn. Stay tuned for my next segment of Living Legends, featuring my very special guest, powerhouse film producer Elizabeth Avellan. We will cover her inspiring journey from her childhood in Caracas, Venezuela, to her extraordinary achievements in filmmaking, including the Spy Kids franchise, Desperado, Sin City, just to name a few, and her latest ventures with her own production companies. So join me in celebrating this Latina trailblazer benefiting the San Antonio Food Bank. Hi, this is Patricia Vaughn Rodriguez with my interview with Danny Trejo. I first met Danny back in 1995 on the set of my brother's breakthrough film, Desperado. I also got to work with Danny on the set of Spy Kids, Machete, and Machete Kills. I hope you enjoy this very special interview celebrating the 10th anniversary of the film Machete, written and directed by my brother, Robert Rodriguez. Hello, everybody. I'm Patricia Vaughn, and welcome to My Happy Hour TV, Living Legends in Austin, Texas. Today, we are here to celebrate the legendary Danny Trejo on the 10th anniversary of the film Machete.
Hey!
Written and directed by Robert Rodriguez. Danny, thank you so much for joining us from Los Angeles. How are you? How's your family?
And it's absolutely my pleasure, and I love you. And it's been a long time. I'm glad that we are getting together, even if it's by Zoom.
I know, Zumania, because Machete don't text.
Still.
Well, I'm here at Ibble Studio on 6th Street in Austin, Texas.
Oh my God, I love 6th Street.
The epicenter. Thank you for letting me celebrate you along with this milestone. Can you believe it's been 10 years?
It seems like yesterday. Still people are calling me Machete. More people know me as Machete than they do Danny.
Well, I know why, because you play a superhero in Machete. How did it feel for you to be portraying what is now an iconic character?
You know, I didn't really understand. I mean, it was a movie, you know, we did Desperado, then he told me about Machete, then we did Spy Kids, and a lot of kids knew me from Spy Kids. And when I did Machete, it was amazing to see like little kids come on Halloween, come to my house dressed as Machete. You know, they had the painted and it was like, wow, they're not Superman, they're not Batman, you know, they're like Machete, and they were all really proud. So it made me, I think Robert Rodriguez gave us a Latino superhero, and that was kind of like really made it. And still, like I said, people are still watching it.
Do you have any favorite memories or stories from the set?
Meeting you, are you kidding? I got serenaded. And it's funny, it's like Robert Rodriguez was talking and he said, yeah, you know, I said, that was beautiful. Yeah, they serenaded me. And then Robert says, Danny, Antonio was there. Oh, he was? Oh.
Yeah, it was my sisters. I have 4 sisters, and we were on the set of the film, and got to serenade you. And that's where we first met, actually, was on the set of Desperado.
I want to take you on a slow boat to China. That was awesome.
You know, we were so nervous. All my sisters, we sang it like a fast boat to China.
It was good, really.
Well, this segment is called Living Legends. And Danny, what makes you a legend to me is your extraordinary story. My brother Robert has once said that you went from ex-con to icon.
That's tough. They still say that.
It's so much more than that, because you're very honest about your past. In fact, I recently saw your outstanding documentary. I'm still processing it. You know, it's called The Rise of Danny Trejo, Inmate Number 1. To all of our viewers who have not seen it yet, it's an absolute must-see.
It's available on all streaming channels, Amazon, iTunes, Google. Watch it. It's just a remarkable, raw story of your life. So Danny, why was it important for you to make this film?
Well, I do a lot of outreach as far as like for juvenile halls and youth authorities and jails and high schools, and it just makes it a lot easier. It's like a lot of times they'll show like my documentary, and then it's like I'll go talk, and it makes it a lot simpler because the kids, they already feel they know me, from the movies and stuff. And that's the one thing that I think the blessing that Diosito's given me is he's given me a platform that immediately I have everybody's attention. The minute I walk onto campus, and it's not so much just Danny Trejo, it's the guy from Spy Kids, the guy from Heat, the guy from Desperado, especially Machete, those guys, they want to hear what that guy has to say. So teachers even ask me, man, you've got the magic touch. I said, it's not me. It's, the fact that I've been in their living rooms with them. Yeah. I wish more celebrities would do that. I think because a lot of it's such a blessing to be like in the Dallas airport and some kid come up to you and say, I heard you in juvenile hall and I really straightened out my life. It's like, wow, it's like a gift from Diosito.
Well, it's a remarkable story of redemption. And I know you mentioned working with at-risk kids. What is your advice to them and young people to help them make the right choices during this interview?
Well, it's so funny. It's like right now, especially the way things are, it's like everybody has their problems. Everybody has their problems, and it's so much easier just to let the kids stay on the computer. Don't bother me, And I think the most important thing that we can give kids is time. Just time. Give them some time, And I don't mean time out. I mean some time. Just, hey, let's go take a walk. Let's go walk the dogs. And just let them know that you're there. And for me, I always say I'd rather shoot for the moon and miss than aim for the gutter and make it. And everybody, we have a thing of, I want to be an astronaut. Well, you can't. Yeah, you can. We can do anything we want to do. The sky's the limit as long as you stay away from drugs and alcohol. Sky's the limit.
Wow. Well, I bet most people don't know what a great businessman you are. Can you tell them about your ventures? I mean, gosh.
Mia, you know what? Everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. I literally got into the restaurant business helping a director. His name is Craig Moss. Had a low budget, no budget movie. He had a movie, but he wanted to get done. It was called Badass. And he wanted to get done, and he needed a name. And Gloria, listen to your agent, my agent, Gloria. There was a movie, that they wanted me to look at. There was worth a lot of money, and then there was this low budget movie. And she kept saying, Migo, you know what, Danny? Listen, this has a better message. I don't care about a message. This got money, and so I ended up taking her advice, and Badass turned into a trilogy. We did 3 movies, so I made 4 times the amount of money as far as the money went. But on the movie, I met a producer named Ash Shaw who saw that I like good food. I won't eat processed food. I won't go to fast food joints. I'll eat always good food. I got my restaurants that know how I eat, and so he saw me and said, Danny, why don't you start a restaurant? And joking, I said, Trejo's Tacos, because me and my mom always joked about opening a restaurant. But my dad was like the Mexican Archie Bunker, because in the 50s, women didn't work, and if my dad came with 5 brothers, and if your wife worked, when everybody was together, they would say to me, Art, you want a beer? Oh, wait, Bonnie, hey, can Art have a beer? Because she worked, so she wore the pants, so it was like none of the women in the family worked. They all were housewives, and So every time I wanted to make my dad mad, I'd talk about a restaurant. You know, he'd go, "Hey, we gotta keep it married right there. Go cook me whatever you want." So when I said when Ash said, "Why don't you open a restaurant?" Joking, I said Trejos Tacos. You know, and then we did Badass, on Badass 2, and then we did Badass on the Bayou. He brought me a business plan on Badass on the Bayou. And again, being a brilliant businessman, I gave it to my agent, Gloria. Here, read that. You know, listen to smart women. And so, so she said, "Hey, this, you know what? They're not asking for money up front. Usually when you're a little famous, somebody will come. Yeah, but you know, all we need is 50,000. And this was like a no-brainer. So we did it. So right now I got 7 restaurants, a donut shop. We even got a restaurant with a Puck Bato. That guy Puck. Yeah, he's in the airport. Puck, what's his name? Wolfgang Puck.
Working.
Yeah, he's got a restaurant.
Wow.
We've got one right there too, you know, so.
And you have Cerveza, record label. I'm reading your cookbook right now. It's wonderful. It's a love letter to Los Angeles and your mom. And if anyone wants an autographed copy, go to trejostacos.com with recipes and stories from LA. 75 recipes and amazing stories. It's very engrossing. I love it. I can't wait to finish it. Awesome. You know, and also our mutual friend and creator of this show, Andrew Saldana, told me that you're feeding people and families in need with your tacos. Tell us about that.
Feed the streets. Yeah.
Woo!
What we do is like what we do, we get a few restaurants, we each put in 100 meals and we pass them to like hospitals and homeless, and then sometimes we just give food away at different food drives so people can eat. But you know, it's funny because they every time we pass out food, like the women with children, "Do you have Pampers? Do you have any Pampers?" So I went and bought 150 boxes of Pampers. I did not know Pampers were that expensive.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We had cloth diapers when I was little.
But I believed it, you know, and so then they were like so grateful, and then we passed out food at one hospital, and the nurses were like crying. We had 2 nurses that were actually staying in their car, sleeping in their car, because they didn't want to go home with that virus. You know, they were taking care of people with the virus. So I will rent you a motel, and
Right.
and they were unbelievable. They're angels, you know, and then, but like I said, everything that's good that's happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. That's how I started a record label.
Right. Woo! Orale! I just came out with a new one, Texarkana.
Awesome.
Well, after quarantine, we'll go eat your Trejos tacos and serenade you.
Absolutely. We had so much fun with this record label. I started it with a little girl named Twixie who was going to be 17, and then I had her and Tara knew, and then Twixie started using, when she turned 18, started using drugs. And so, oh my God, man, I went, and I don't throw anybody away, you know what I mean? It's like we put her in detox, and then this last time I told her, "Hey, Mija, look, you're blowing your voice. You know, you think that crack is doing you good. You're blowing your voice. You don't even sound like Twixie no more. I'm gonna put you in rehab one more time, and then after that, it's like you can't do music because your voice." She got 18 months clean, and so we just started getting ready to drop another album, and she's got 2 songs on it. She's singing how is it? I forget. She, you know, beautiful songs, but she sings. Her voice is so powerful. Sometimes she's got an amp in her throat, you know. So.
Well, thank you for all these ventures and also giving the food away. When Andrew told me about that, your outreach with your food here in San Antonio, my hometown, made headline news. So I'm raising funds for the San Antonio Food Bank, And we fed almost 40,000 people since my mom's birthday on May 1st. So when he told me that, I go, that's, this is a time for people to come together. You inspire, I want to inspire. People can make a difference by giving to their local food bank.
People, like when I go to juvenile hall, it's like what I see is like, I see a whole lot of kids that they already feel like they've been thrown away, for whatever they already feel. And some of them were there because their parents were fighting and they took them away from, but they end up in juvie. And so it's like what I try to relate, because look, it don't matter where you start, it matters where you end. Today, the first day of the rest of your life, you can do whatever you want with it. And you can just make them feel that they can do whatever they want. It's like all of a sudden you see them getting better in math and getting better in English.
Hey, Danny, my mom and dad send their love and their
God
prayers.
God bless. Yeah, I pray for all of them, everybody in San Antonio and Austin. I love Austin, Texas.
Well, my mom and dad have a question for you.
Okay.
They want to know what you do in your downtime, your happy place.
Well, like I like working on my cars. I got some old cars that I love, In fact, that's one of them, the one that Buick right there.
Oh, how beautiful.
It's a 65 Buick Riviera, and I love that. And it's funny because when we had it full of Pampers one day, and we were passing out Pampers, and Mario, my assistant, says, we used to be shot callers in prison, and now you realize if we went back to prison, we'd have a nickname like, "Hey, Huggies, come here." Love.
You've been in nearly 400 films, Danny. Do you have a favorite role?
You know what? I got to say that I would have loved the movie Machete, even if I wasn't in it. It was just so unbelievably, there was action nonstop, and then I got to kiss Jessica Alba 8 times. So no matter what somebody says, say, "Hey, I thought you were taller. I'm tall enough to kiss Jessica Alba."
Is there a role that you haven't played yet that you'd like to tackle?
There's a movie that I absolutely love. It's called Valdez is Coming. It's about an old Mexican warrior, you know what I mean? And he tries to help this family, and it's but who was it? Kirk Douglas? I don't know, but he played a Mexican, whoever he was playing, and the accent was terrible, but the movie was great. You know what I mean? So I might do that one.
And what character have you played that was most like the real Danny?
I don't know. I did a movie called Sherry Baby with Maggie Gyllenhaal, and it was about a guy that was trying to help her, trying to keep her out of, and it was kind of that's what I do, but that's what we do. Every one of my friends, the people that are close to me has calcetín, has socks and thermal underwear in the trunk of their car. We pass it out to homeless, and that's what we do. That's the way Diosito wants us to live. And as long as we do that, it's like, we're okay. We got.
I heard a story on the set of Machete. In fact, I'll tell you, it was my brother Marcel, okay? And he said, the real Danny that I know is incredibly kind and generous. Always says thank you to the crew, gives a little gift to everyone after the show. He's very kind and a philanthropist. So that's greetings from my bro, Marcel.
Thank you, Marcel.
Now, okay, one of my final questions. What would you like? In fact, I'm hoping my brother Robert texts me. He has a question coming through. So here's one. What would you like the last line of your autobiography to say?
Tell him. I would say, I hope you all enjoy Machete number 3.
All right, and here's my brother. He came through. Yay. He said here's his question to Danny. Danny, are you ready for Machete 3? How did you know?
God, I'm in shape. I'm ready.
I kid you not. Danny, are you ready for Machete 3? That's from Robert. Wow. Well,
But
Danny,
the world is ready for it.
the world-
Everywhere I go, people ask me, "Hey, when will you doing Machete in space?"
Danny, we thank you so much for allowing us to honor you and celebrate you on the 10th anniversary of Machete.
God bless you, man. What a blessing. What a blessing. I met Robert. What a blessing. I met your whole familia. I think one of the sweetest things that anybody's ever done for me was serenade me in that restaurant. And I didn't even know Antonio Banderas was there.
I think, wow. And I want to say, Danny and I want to remind everyone to vote. It's a privilege.
Vote, vote, vote.
Voto Latino, vote, period, you guys.
That's the only weapon we have is voting.
And last but not least, I want to thank our mutual friend, Andrew Saldana, the creator of My Happy Hour TV, Living Legends, and to Ben Schneider, head of production, Tanner Walter, and Raymond of Ibel. God bless you, Danny, and everyone watching.
Thank you.
Bendiciones.
Besos.